Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be making my first reaction video, and I'm reacting to one of my videos. I hope to react to other people's videos, but not anytime soon. But I would have to comment on the YouTubers and ask them permission, especially since that's part of YouTube's community guidelines or whatever they call it. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for right now. So let's start. And also, happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh yeah,
Hey
this is
guys,
the video we're
this
reacting
is
to.
not
This
going to
is
be a normal
one of my
video
favorite
today,
videos that
but
I
I'm
made.
making this video clip quick because I have to leave my house soon because I'm going back to where I live originally. So this is going to be a trip down nostalgia lane, so I'll be
That's
playing
the name
some
of the video.
2000s sounds from
And
movies or game consoles.
I'm gonna stop here for a second to say that I filmed this in Vermont right when I was about to leave, and I actually took the time to get all the videos and stuff, or all of the short clips and everything, while during my car ride. I spent all the time making the video during my drive back home. That's actually the first time I've
First they
ever
will
made
play
a
with just
video
the audio, and
just
then I'll give
during
you
when I'm
guys
driving.
choices. Then you guys have to guess it, and then it'll show you what it really is. And this is all you're gonna hear me talking in this video. So, see ya.
So I'm gonna pause right here in case you guys are, if you're watching this video before the original video, I'm actually gonna stop to allow you to guess what this is if you did not watch this video yet. I'll give you 5 seconds. Alright. You guys can let me know what did you guess in the comments if you did not watch this original video yet. But it is PlayStation 2, the most sold console of all time. Alright, I'll give you another 5 seconds to guess. Alright, alright, let's continue. It's a PlayStation Portable, as you can see. So what do you think that is? I'll give you another 5 seconds. Alright. It's PlayStation 3, and obviously the jingle that plays here when you start a game is more recognizable than the startup. And I'm surprised why games don't have a jingle anymore. I mean, it's obviously due to PlayStation wanting to do newer things, but they could still have a jingle, but I guess they don't, especially since they say PlayStation 3 when you start up your PlayStation right now. And if I ever do a sequel to this that will be on 2010's sounds, I will instead be involving the new PlayStation 3 startup that started the newer PlayStation branding since 2009, when it was changed to have a little bit different music but similar sounding. But I think the newer music sounds better in my opinion. Let me know down below, what did you guys think? Did you like the older startup music, or did you like the newer startup music better? Personally, I like the newer music better, which is funny to hear me say considering that I like older things, but this is an old console, so it doesn't really matter that much if I like the newer startup. day, my PS3 actually asked me to update it very recently when it was already discontinued. But I'll give you another 5 seconds for this one. Alright, let's see. It's Xbox, the OG Xbox, and this is the only Xbox console actually that had this branding. No other Xbox console had this branding, and actually the newer branding started with the Xbox 360. And actually in the same year this was released, 2001, Microsoft actually had a Windows product released in the same year, which you'll see later. I'm not going to say it right now, but that will hint what it will be later. It will be there after every single console startup. After every console startup is done. We have a few more to get through. It's Xbox 360. And actually, at the time that the Xbox 360 was released, since I'm talking about the newer branding for the Xbox, Microsoft still had their older logo that we obviously saw on the original Xbox startup. And Microsoft actually changed their logo in late 2012 when they started the squared windows with Windows 8. This computer I'm using runs Windows 11. I'll just say it. This one should be obvious, but I'll give you 5 seconds again. Alright. I'll be honest, guys. No offense to GameCube fans, since I know there are a lot out there, especially who make memes on the GameCube startup. But I will be honest, the GameCube is my least favorite system. It's not to say that I hate it necessarily, especially since that's a strong word. And it's not necessarily that I don't like it, but just because, of course, it's Nintendo, and Nintendo is my favorite. But it's severely lacking a lot of features compared to its competition. Like, the GameCube is the only console that I have that cannot access TV media, and that's kind of a bummer. And every other console that I have, can access, or at least some of them used to, be able to access TV media in some way. I mean, some of the consoles that I have actually still can, such as my PlayStation 3, of course, if we're talking about accessing media digitally, like I have YouTube on it. But also it can play DVDs just like my Xbox 360. But anyway, here's the next one. The 5 minutes was kind of extended right there before I continued to play this, before it showed you the actual clip, but it's Game Boy Advance. Now, Game Boy Advance, I'll be honest, it's probably my third favorite handheld. I mean, there's actually a lot of things I do like it, especially since it has GBA video, which is pretty cool. Except even though the quality's bad, I don't really have an issue with that. The only video I have for GBA is SpongeBob, though, but I hope to get more, especially the Shrek movie GBA video cartridges. And funny enough, my brother was actually born in the same year that GBA released, but he did not grow up with GBA. He grew up with DS in terms of handheld Nintendo gaming. And I said he should have tried the GBA. Nintendo DS in its early years to receive a lot of its pixelation elements or builds of different games from the GBA, or similar. The builds of games are similar to the GBA, especially with those consoles being limited. And since we're on the topic, but I'll give you 5 seconds again. You guys probably know the sound anyway. Yep, Nintendo DS. This is my favorite system of all time, and you can check out the video of why it is my favorite system You can check that out in my channel. I would have the DSi startup, but actually no, I wouldn't. But the DSi came out in 2008, 2009, so that's around the end of the decade. And if you saw my last community post about it, I said that 2009 doesn't give me as much nostalgia as the rest of the other few years, because 2009 is at the very end of it. But it's still part of the decade. I'll give them that, but I'll just say it doesn't give me as much nostalgia, especially since it's leading to a new time period, the 2010s. Maybe I'll involve that instead of this in the 2010s sounds video if I get to that, but I'm not sure if I'll be doing it anytime soon. Alright, I'm giving you your 5 seconds. Alright. Alright, that's Wii. And surprisingly, the Wii does not say the name of its console. Just like with the 3DS, it doesn't say the name of its console when you turn it on. Even though the 3DS, it will say the name of its console when you start a game or an app, unlike the Wii. Except I thought of the 3DS as a portable Wii, since it does receive a lot of these assets and elements from it. And even people make memes, online memes about the Wii, not just GameCube, because I guess there's a bunch of Nintendo fans who grew up with these two consoles and really enjoyed them. My brother didn't grow up with a GameCube. I'll mention that, since I said he grew up with a DS. He also grew up with a Wii. And I said to him when he had a DS, I said that I grew up with the 3DS and that he should try it. And I actually did get him to try it, especially Mario Kart 7, which I kept recommending him. Now we're getting to the Windows, so we're getting to the Windows startups, except there's only 2 over here. So I'll give you 5 seconds again. And this is one of Windows that gets a lot of memes on YouTube, especially with the blue screen of death and everything. It is Windows XP, and as I said, it was released in the same year, about a month before the Xbox came out. Now this one, I'm sure it's an OS you probably hate. You guys are familiar with the startup if you've used Windows 7 instead. Maybe I'll involve that in the newer video, but that'll kind of spoil it. Sorry for that. But here is it. So you guys know it, since I said the OS people hate, or people want to hate. It's Windows Vista. Okay, this one I'm not going to give 5 seconds for, because it's obvious, especially since it says the words. And after I made this, I said, why didn't I involve Nickelodeon sounds from it? Or like the Nickelodeon, just a logo for Nickelodeon at the time. Because, I mean, there's a lot of, I'm not even going to say, but I don't know why. I was just so bummed that I did not involve Nickelodeon stuff, especially since I watched a lot of Nickelodeon when I was younger. Class Depot actually also licensed, I think, Rugrats from Nickelodeon. I think they licensed a few of Nickelodeon's shows, and were in part of making it. Had part of making it. Now this one, you guys probably should know, but I'll give you 5 seconds. Yeah, I'll give you your 5 seconds. But you should know this, since this is actually the company that seems to be competitive against Nickelodeon, or it seems to be the competition of Nickelodeon. except this actually has existed longer, and what makes it more famous is it's named after a person, as you see here, but well, I kind of gave it away. But yeah, this company lasted for longer and has assisting companies that help Disney all the time. All right, I'll give you 5 seconds. All right. So the first movie to ever use this one was Pirates of the Caribbean, I think. Dead Man's Chest, released in late June 2006. One thing I will say, maybe you guys don't notice this, but the movies that use this logo that are the Walt Disney Pictures variant, you might not notice this, but the castle and everything else is actually darker than just the regular Disney variant that started in late 2011. And in case you don't know, the text here is bigger than the Disney variant. And also, does anybody think that the D for Disney actually does look like a backwards G? Comment down below if you do, because I've heard people say that. Again, I'll give you 5 seconds. Alright. If I'm not mistaken, I know this is the case for 20th Century Fox, but I think Warner Bros. Also is owned by Disney. That's why you see their movies and 20th Century Fox movies on Disney Plus, because I think they're owned by Disney. Or just Fox overall, not just 20th Century Fox, but for the most part 20th Century Fox. So that's why you get all of those other movies such as Home Alone, The Sandlot, and everything else on Disney Plus. Now this one, I will say it's pretty obvious if you're familiar with these sounds, so I'm not going to give you the 5 seconds. This sound should be pretty obvious. THX, digitally mastered. And I will say sometimes I hear this in memes used for the PAL pitch instead of the regular sound, just in a different tune, the PAL tune for this sound instead of the regular US tune. I hear that more than the US tune. But I will tell you that you could hear this if you had a few, I think, maybe this is a Disney company, but I'm not sure. But they definitely, not this exact logo, but there's THX bumpers that definitely exist for Disney DVDs, I think, especially since I have Finding Nemo DVD that actually has the THX sound. Except this one doesn't have the robot.
Coming soon on video and DVD.
Because it says it, so I'm not going to give you the 5 seconds.
Coming soon on video and DVD.
This one's another one of those long ones. Now you can at least tell what it is. That second part of the sound. Oh, but that gives away the answer. Alright. It's, Walt Disney Pictures again, except they, take the classic logo and theme it around Toy Story. Since that's their first movie, since that's Pixar's first movie, they actually first used this for Toy Story. Since 1995 when it released, of course. And then, this Pixar part with that nostalgic Luxo Junior lamp. I wonder how they came up with the idea to make this. Alright, again, I'll give you 5 seconds. And I actually put answers that have already been shown, such as this one. I put them here as again to get to try to trick you guys. Because you never know, it's possible that it could be twice, because I think it's been like that on a few videos, but it's like a rare chance, just it's something that people try to not expect. But this one is Nokia connecting people, and I was able to get this in 4K, or at least HD, and not in the blurry, low-quality content. Now this one, yep, it's Skype, but I will tell you the sound for Skype is different today. Microsoft changed it in, I think, 2020, to a different sound, or it's the same tune, but just it sounds completely different, where it sounds higher in sound quality than this. And in this one, it actually sounds like it sounds like talking a little bit. Like, for example, after the do, it sounds like it said, on the phone, to me at least. Let me know if you think that it sounds like, talking a little bit. And actually, I use Skype for my piano lessons every week. Not with this computer though, but with a second computer that my father got me specifically for those lessons that I usually take Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I use Skype for it. And I actually took the time to learn how to play that music on piano as well. Especially since it says the instrument in the answer, because that's obviously maybe not so much ukulele, but it's definitely guitar. I'm not sure exactly if it's ukulele, but to me it kind of sounds like ukulele when I edited this. And as you can see, that I didn't involve the original Nokia phone tune that just didn't have ukulele or anything. It just went do 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 do. And there's other Nokia phones that actually have like piano versions of that ringtone, officially from Nokia, of course. But this is probably my favorite version of the Nokia ringtone in terms of the old Nokia phones. Alright, so that's that. So thank you for watching this reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And about when it said stay tuned for series in March, the filming for the series actually went a little bit different than I intended it. I wanted to just record everything in one single video, but I wasn't able to do that because it'd be too much for my computer. So, to and to be able to upload all at once. So just everything in separate videos was all I could give you guys, but I hope you enjoyed the series anyway, and I hope you enjoyed this very first reaction video. So, subscribe, hit the like button, leave some comments, and stay tuned for my next video. See ya.